Putting the painted trim back on the Mercedes C300. Wish me luck. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive Rides. It's been about a week and a half or so, and it's time to put the trim back on the C300. Now, if you didn't catch the previous videos, I painted the trim because I'm going for a blacked out kind of theme on the 300. So I took it off, I roughed it up a little bit, and then I sprayed it. Primed it, sprayed it, clear coated it, let it sit for about almost 2 weeks, something like that. Maybe about a week and a couple days. I'm impatient. And now it's time to go ahead and put it back on. What I have for today are the side pieces. They go along the sides, and then the front piece as well. So I'm gonna get down on the floor and we're gonna see, hopefully this just snaps back in. It should. All right, we're gonna start with the small piece, and you do that because the front piece goes over this edge. So obviously you want to start in the rear. And like I said, this should, famous last words, right? This should just snap back in. No need for any kind of tape or anything like that. Best I can tell. So there it is. Now I got to give it a push. This is the moment of truth. Here we go. And it is not snapping right back in. So maybe I need more pressure, maybe I need to pop it a couple times. We're going to try that lightly. It is in the right spot, I can tell you that. Okay. So what it takes is a little bit of muscle, I guess. So now we're going to move up to the front. I'm happy with that. It's on. So let's go all the way up here to the front. And I'm going to do the same thing. This is a much longer piece, of course. But nonetheless, it should go on the same exact way, at least in theory. Just about like that, I believe. I think everything feels good. Let me take a look at the front. Make sure that's lined up right. Looks good to me. So, I should be able to just pop it like I did the other part. Let's see. There you go. A couple more hits. We're not on in the back here. There we are. Man, that is awesome. Love it when things work the way I think they should anyway. So that's it. The piece is on. Check that out. I think it came out really well. Looks like it matches pretty good to me. Everything looks like it's in. I might pop it a couple more times just to be sure. But that's that side. So now we'll do the passenger side. Okay, we are on the passenger side now. Gonna do the same procedure, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get it in here, and then we'll do a little bit of pounding. That seems to be the way to go. So here we go. Work like a dream. Let's do the long piece. By the way, I'm not hitting this with all I have. I don't think you want to try to kill it on there, but I am hitting it pretty firmly. So let's go. And you could, I think I might have mentioned, you could use a rubber mallet, but honestly, I'd be afraid that might be too strong, if you will. So I'm not using a rubber mallet for that reason. We've got that one on as well. Didn't snap as well in the front. So I'm gonna hit this one a few more times as well. Then I'm gonna move on to the front and do that nose piece. Okay, I think I have it the right way. Hopefully. Little controversy in my mind as to which way it goes, but I think I'm okay. Now it should, hopefully, just press in there. That's the idea, anyway. Make sure I have it all up above, and it seemed to. So I should be able to just push this one in. So I'm just gonna gently go along. This stuff is plastic, so of course, if you go too much, you can crack it. Okay. That's it. That puts the trim piece back on the front. So there you go. You can see what it looks like on the front. I'm digging it. Gets rid of that chrome or whatever strip. Now, one thing I want to say about this, I'm not getting rid of all of the chrome. I think some of it looks good on the Mercedes. I really am just kind of going with the same kind of idea that Mercedes goes with in the theme rather of the Blackout edition. So we blacked that out. Obviously, I have blacked out the sides, which you guys can see are right down the side there. That's cool. Now, I do have one more thing I'm gonna try. I'm gonna flip the car around and I'll show you that. Okay, got the car all turned around. Let me show you what I've got for the rear, but there's a little bit of an issue. What I've got, well, first of all, what I've got are these chrome tailpipes, exhaust pipes, faux pipes, whatever you wanna call them. I've gone back and forth whether or not I should actually black those out or leave them the color that they are along with the strip across the top, because I'm thinking I'm not going to black that out at the moment. Just to be able to have a little continuity between the front and the rear. The chrome in the front, the chrome in the back. But nonetheless, I decided I'm going to do it. So I bought these covers. These are stainless steel, gloss black. And of course, they go right over the existing exhaust or the existing tailpipes, tips, whatever you want to call them. Although it appears, and I haven't got them pushed all the way on, but you might still be able to see some of the chrome here, I don't know. Of course, when you're standing up, you probably won't be able to. Now, the issue I've run into is I have this back chrome strip off that I've painted. It's now drying and it's not ready to go on yet. So I'm thinking this is pretty tight, and it's even tighter on the other side. If I go ahead and put these on, they might impede me putting those or that strip back on. So I think I'm gonna have to wait. Now, there is another issue. Get that off of there. It wants to go on, man. The gap on this side between the tailpipe and the trim work here is bigger than it is on this side. On this side, it is almost, if not touching. Now, these do move, and I think there are some screws or bolts underneath. I think I can loosen them up and actually push that down just a little bit to give me more clearance here, because when I go to put one of these on this side, there's not a lot of room. And with that trim piece back on across here, I'm not sure it's actually gonna fit without damaging the trim piece. So I am gonna crawl under there real quick just to see if I can loosen those bolts and maybe drop this down just a little bit. There's a ton of room underneath, just to be more equal to the other side. I just think it will make putting these on a lot easier. Let me do that and then I'll let you know if it actually worked. For sure, they are adjustable. There is a bolt right here and right here underneath. It's a Torx head bolt. You can loosen it. I put some spacers in to bring the tip down a little bit because again, it was way too close to the top as compared to the others. So that's what it is now compared to that on the other side. Pretty darn close, and it will enable me to put those covers on. I was concerned. I actually thought the covers that I had gotten did not fit because I couldn't get the one to go over this side. That's because it was too far up and it was hitting. Now it fits perfectly. So stay tuned in the future. Part of another video we'll be putting these on. I'm not going to dedicate a whole video, I don't think, to putting those on. You never know. It might be a short video. But I'm not going to do it until I put the trim pieces on. Matter of fact, it will be part of the trim piece video once that trim piece is all the way dry and I can go ahead and get it put back on. Leave a comment. Let me know. What do you think of my Blackout / Mercedes Night Edition DIY? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about the Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive JT, all about the Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.